Welcome to the year of the metal rat Leo. Year of the Yang metal rat begins on January 25th of 2020, lasting through until February 11th of 2021. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. I'm a Rosicrucian seer, biblical astrologer, Christian psychic, and Gnostic mystic. And this is a Readings by Rosemary Angelic transmission. Now, rats are very, very useful creatures. Scientists use lab rats in experiments to bring better treatment modalities to human beings. Sometimes lab assistants have told me that they wonder if laboratory rats are actually experimenting on their human master's degree and doctorate degree students that care for them. In reality, who's serving who? Now, some people think that rats are not important and not significant, but nothing could be further from the truth. Rat came in first place in the Jade Emperor Zodiac race. Now, we're going to talk about that more a little bit later on in this video. For now, let's look at the specifics for you, Leo the lion, during the year of the Yang metal rat. Now, first we're going to go over some of the lucky charms that have to do with Leo and also with metal rat, Yang metal rat. So first we're going to go over the astrology lucky charms for you, Leo the lion, during the year of the Yang metal rat. Now, Leo lucky charms, the gemstone is peridot. The colors are gold, yellow, burgundy, and red. Now for the metal rat lucky charms, the gemstone, watermelon tourmaline, very important. For the metal rat year, which is a very important year, we're going to get into that a little bit later, watermelon tourmaline, a wonderful stone, wonderful gemstone. It's really important during this Yang metal rat year. Now, the colors for metal rat, gold, white, blue, and green. The numbers for metal rat lucky charms, lucky numbers are, the auspicious numbers are 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8. Now, the number combination specifics, although generally speaking numbers 4, 5, and 9 are not recommended during a rat year. Throughout a Yang metal rat year, 5 and 9 are more promising than during other elemental rat years. We're going to talk about the elements in Chinese astrology a little bit later on in this video too. The color combination specifics, generally colors that are not recommended during year of the rat, are brown and yellow. Nevertheless, for the duration of a Yang metal rat year, yellow is more propitious than during other elemental rat years. Now we're going to get into the compatibility for rat and other animals on the Chinese Zodiac wheel. Now, rat loves other rat personalities. Rat loves dragon, and rat loves monkey. Rat really likes snake, rooster, ox, pig, and rabbit. Some of the favorites for year of the rat. Now, rat likes goat, dog, and tiger. Now, rat dislikes, does not like horse. All right. Leo personality during a Yang metal rat year. Now, one thing I want to mention here is that in the zodiac, the Western zodiac, the sign of Leo the lion corresponds to the Chinese zodiac sign of monkey. Okay? And year of the rat in the Chinese zodiac astrology, the animal rat, associates with, on the Western calendar, the sign of Sagittarius, the archer. Now, Leo is in the natural 5th house of children and creativity, and Sagittarius is in the natural 9th house of life path meaning on the Western astrology. Now, we're going to get into the Chinese astrology a little bit more here, because it's good for cultures to kind of understand that there are similarities, and we have more to celebrate about our togetherness than about our differences. So it's also Chinese astrology is a lot of fun. It's easy to use and it's a lot of fun. Now, the Leo personality during a Yang metal rat year brings out qualities of having even more confidence than Leo's usual sort of self-assured attitude and confidence and sort of the ability to maintain that self-reliance. Leo's ego, which is concerned about maintaining compassion and backing underdogs, will become enthusiastic about being on the winning side during Yang metal rat year. Leo will also become tougher and also possessing more clout. You'll have more clout, Leo, and influence, okay? Your status, your influence is a better word. Now, the lion will exude influence, potency, and power during the cycle, since Leo has stored up power previously by pacing herself or himself. Now, therefore, Leo will be able to drive home vastly superior results with Yang metal rat year influences, adding enthusiasm, cleverness, usefulness to the lion's repertoire. Now, in other words, Leo, Yang metal rat year will bring the lion's well-planned goals, those things, those aims and objectives you've been diligently planning and putting into action. It's going to bring those goals into complete and satisfying fruition. This is because Yang metal rat year is a time to really put the attention on the self. Okay, Leo, you got to put your attention on yourself. It doesn't mean that you have to not do your proper responsibilities for other people, but you do have to center your focus on yourself. You have to center your heart on your own purpose, and onto Leo's personal, realistic business enterprises and ventures. The lion's leadership, confidence, compassion, and exuberance, along with Leo's dramatic and zealous nature, will profit substantially from Yang metal elements. In addition to Yang metal elemental qualities, rat attributes will give extra energy, cleverness, feasibility, suppleness, and resoluteness to Leo's personality, and an ability to drive through personal plans and meet individual goals, aims, and ambitions. Yang metal makes the lion the center of attention anyway, as well as adding purpose into the mix, bringing Leo's superior ambitions into full reality. Leo will also profit from rat's extra liveliness, which grants the lion an ability to get many important things done during this astrological cycle. Leo's full agenda is brought into complete fulfillment during Yang metal rat year, so that others are going to be able to really benefit from the lion's impressive and exciting example. The lion's love of adventure and fun finds realization from rat's seasonal facet of winter, to keep, Leo sociable and fresh and poised, cool, calm, and collected for accomplishment. Year of the metal rat's sparkle, dynamic manner, autonomy, and original style makes Leo's goals easy to reach and put into action because of rat's water element factor. Yang metal rat year will give Leo the inclination necessary to push through plans and the centered focus upon self required to accomplish long-term objectives. Okay, now Leo's place in the Jade Emperor's Zodiac race, the famous race. Western astrology sign of Leo corresponds with Chinese zodiac animal, again, of monkey. Legend has it that the Jade Emperor held a race to place 12 animals on the zodiac wheel. Monkey came in 9th place in this race held by the Jade Emperor. Sheep, monkey, and rooster used a raft found by rooster to journey on the river currents in order to finish the Jade Emperor's sort of race for placement on the Chinese astrological wheel. Now, monkey and rooster were happy to let sheep go before them to finish the race because they liked sheep's comforting nature. With these three animals, camaraderie was more important than competition. Therefore, their cooperation gave them not first place, rather they shared a great gift of their friendship. They shared friendship, and they shared their compatibility and their love for each other, finding tremendous delight in helping each other and working together. It's a cooperative effort, and that's where they found more value than even coming in first place. Now, regarding Leo's elemental attributes, Leo is fixed fire. Yang qualities of year of the Yang metal rat will heat up and accelerate, brighten and dry the lion's air of fire, confident, theatrical, ardent, big-hearted, enthusiastic, idealistic, and cheerful qualities. This will give Leo an opportunity for acquiring a larger measure of traveling, socializing, fine dining, and fun nights out with spouses, love interests, friends, and family. Leo will connect through parties and gatherings and planned events. That will help to keep all attendees entertained, engaged, and having a great deal of fun in Yang metal rat year, primarily when general cold rat qualities of winter are taken into account. Yang metal rat year is also cooled and relaxed by the element of water, which is the primary element associated with rat in Chinese astrology. Metal shares masculine attributes with Yang of being hard, although metal is also constant, which is more of a yin quality. Yang metal is a heating of metal, bringing out qualities of being fashioned and shaped. Proportion is made stable from chilling winter and colder water traits, thereby tranquilizing emotions aroused by the envy of others. Yang metal rat year will be vigorous, brisk, vital, and compelling, requiring Leo to keep opposing energies of artistic aspiration and cold, hard reality in equilibrium. You're going to keep those two things in balance. This will lighten up the lion's nature while adding composed moods towards beginning new life cycles. Yang metal rat year contributes much admiration, awe, envy, resilience, and cupidity for total independence and an undeniable urge for authority when it comes to achievement of individual ambitions. Leo will focus upon self during Yang metal rat year if personal objectives are to be realized and the lion's ventures brought through to total implementation. It's all about self-fulfillment in Yang metal rat year. Appealing, good-natured, central, fast, agile, and efficient metal rat makes goals in life practically achievable, essentially tangible, and noticeable. This cycle affords Leo enough really aptitude and enough ability for finding ways to amuse friends, socialize with equally witty associates, as well as the energy necessary to be active in performing arts. If Leo focuses on self at this juncture, the lion will enjoy much pleasure and amusement during Yang metal rat year. Okay, now Leo the lion, year of the Yang metal rat lesson. What is your lesson during this time, Leo? Avoid getting involved in circumstances where the lions, don't get involved in situations or circumstances where the lion's best friends and cohorts, your co-workers and family, become fodder for those who envy Leo. Yang metal rat year's most excellent motto is a cliche: every man for himself, no matter your age, your gender, or your creed. It's a time to focus one's mind and center one's heart upon Leo's own desires and long-held dreams that the lion might have forgotten about thus far in favor of pleasing others. Ambition and care of self should be seen as benevolent goals at this point in time. This is especially true mainly since rat year is the start of a new cycle every 12 years, and Yang metal rat year, which gives Leo the freedom required to advance personal goals forward, occurs once every 60 years. It's now or never, quote unquote. It's another famous saying that applies at this juncture. So in other words, Leo, the year of the rat happens every 12 years. But year of the Yang metal rat only every 60 years. And it's the Yang metal rat which gives you that metal and that Yang passion to drive those plans forward. Rat gives agility and cleverness and all of that and briskness and liveliness, but you need Yang metal once every 60 years to really make those ambitions come true and into the 3D world. So this is a really good time to really take advantage of those sayings like it's now or never, that kind of thing. Now, Leo the lion, year of the Yang metal rat blessing. Your blessing. Expect many more generous opportunities to be offered to Leo this year. During an interval of alluring arguments that drive desired outcomes forward, the lion's ability to be confident and authoritative will be of sizable value, especially since Yang metal rat year moves strategies ahead towards obtainable results. Now, Leo's natural fixed sign nature adds a great deal of worth to engaging in commerce, exchange, and trade. By the same token, business or personal dealings with the lion are bound to require a free-thinking mindset, chiefly at a point in time when yang metal elements are already motivating entrepreneurs to come up with new promotional tactics. Leo's career, personal relationships, and health will be considerably strengthened during year of the yang metal rat if resources are aimed at providing for the lion's own requirements rather than devoting profits towards other people's schemes. Leo will most likely be deluged with opportunities coming from people that desire or need the lion's sensational approach and leadership capabilities. Leo will also be in great demand from individuals, groups, and organizations wanting to employ talented and skilled personnel, as well as talented team leaders or experts for implementing their sales strategies or product research and development agendas. Leo will make those who feel flustered by the potent forces released by yang metal rat year feel that their goals are very elegant, stylish, and realistically attainable so that they may pursue their purposes with enthusiasm and much spirit. The lion will be able to create a profitable production endeavor out of this ability to make others feel energized about their future strategies. Feasibility is a superior quality in year of the yang metal rat. Now, we're going to get into some of the fine points of year of the yang metal rat. We're going to get and focus in on the Chinese astrology, the elements of yang and metal, and the animal of rat. And we're going to really delve into how that's going to affect you at this time. Now we're going to look at the year of the rat and how it corresponds with the sign of Sagittarius the Archer in Western astrology. So we have a little diagram here with the wheel of the Zodiac, and it is here. Sagittarius the Archer is in the 9th position. It's in the natural 9th house, with Aries being number 1, the natural 9th house of the Zodiac of life path meaning, Sagittarius the Archer. Now that corresponds again with rat in Chinese astrology. So again, Western astrology, sign of Sagittarius, corresponds with Chinese zodiac animal of rat. Okay, now legend has it that the Jade Emperor held a race to place 12 animals on the zodiac wheel. Rat came in first place in this race held by the Jade Emperor. Rat made a deal to catch, to kind of catch a ride with Cat on ox. So, you know, Rat had the idea, and he convinced Cat to sort of hitchhike a ride on top of the ox, because they were the best of friends, the Cat and the Rat, and thought that ox would be able to sort of cross the river faster and more assuredly than anyone else, thereby getting them excellent placements on the astrological wheel. Now, Rat made a move that caused Cat to be thrown off ox, allowing Rat to get ahead of everyone and finish in first place. Rat finished in first place. Now, according to legend, this is why nowadays Rat and Cat do not get along, even though they used to be very close friends. The Cat is mad at Rat, and Rat knows why, and also recognizes that Cat's anger is right, which is why we see Cat always chasing Rat to get retribution, and Rat running away from Cat. Okay, now regarding the metal rat attributes, for year of the yang, metal rat has general rat qualities and is known to be essential, animated, vigilant, and also clever, although fragile, amusing, watchful, and lithe. Now, metal qualities will add much strength and steely nerve, willpower, focus, self-assurance, and determination to Rat's more lively, humorous, quick, and dynamic personality attributes. Now, regarding the metal rat advice for year of the yang metal rat, Yang metal rat is a year to focus, really focus in, center in, on the parts of life that bring out one's enthusiasm, obsessions, self-concerns in life. This is not a time for philanthropic ideas or ventures unless such activities are beneficial where self-interests are concerned. A desire for freedom will prevail during Yang metal rat year, which should not be denied, lest breakups or abandonment become the only way to attain such personal emancipation. Metal rat year is an excellent time frame in which to find solutions for any troubles that might have resulted from keeping a slower pace during the previous year of the yin earth pig. Now indeed, this is the period to sort of play catch up because Yang metal rat affords one intelligent and covetousness and control to do so. Now regarding metal rat influence, Yang metal rat begins a new cycle in Chinese astrology, and this is very important since any rat year starts another cycle of 12 Chinese animal zodiac signs. New cycles in astrology cause new plans to be developed, fresh ideas to be considered or proposed, and innovative projects to be started. Trying out new things or initiating new situations must involve some chance, and therefore one must be mindful in order to make sure that such risks have a high probability of succeeding. Year of the Rat repeats every 12 years in Chinese astrology, while Year of the Yang metal rat repeats every 60 years, occurring in 2020, 2080, 2140, 2200, 2260, and 2320. Traditional Chinese zodiac places rat, which associates again with Sagittarius, Sagittarius the archer, in Western astrology system at the beginning, November 22nd to December 21st, and pig, which associates with the sign of Scorpio, which is right before Sagittarius, at the ending, okay, of the zodiac, from October 23rd to November 22nd of the astrological wheel. So the beginning of the Chinese zodiac is rat, that associates with Sagittarius, and the ending of the Chinese zodiac is pig, which associates with Scorpio. Okay, so that's where their delineation occurs. That's a difference where our delineation occurs at Aries and Pisces. Okay, all right. So now, with that said, it is also though intriguing to notice that the Chinese zodiac splits its beginning and ending again between rat, Sagittarius, and pig, Scorpio, which is right where the mysterious zodiac sign of Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer, is found. Okay, Ophiuchus is often called the 13th zodiac sign. It is equally fascinating to become aware that the Celtic pagans consider the festival of Samhain on the 31st of October is actually being their new year. Okay, so that's one sort of coincidence. Also being a lunar calendar. That's why it's a lunar calendar. So you see these similarities when you have lunar calendars. With that said, when corresponding with Western astrology, one would associate the head of Western zodiac sign, which is Aries again. Now that's Aries is associated with dragon, and Pisces is associated with the tail of Western astrology, and Pisces is associated with rabbit. Pisces is associated with rabbit. Okay, and that's very important to understand how these all sort of, where the slight differences and where they also have similarities. It's also fascinating to comprehend that there are many cultures, more than one New Year's celebratory festivals in a year. And in the Hebrew calendar, that was used in the Bible, and that Jesus Christ utilized since he was Jewish, a Jewish rabbi, and what is still used, it's a lunisolar calendar. So they have the lunar, but they also still pay very close attention to the lunar months and the lunar, like the beginning, when there's a full moon, when there's a new moon, and all the various attributes, and starting with the new moon. So it's very important, and that's where a lot of secrets are kept, is in the lunar. A lot of spiritual secrets are in the lunar mysteries. Okay. Now, metal rat year is formed from the attributes of being the seventh heavenly stem of yang metal gotten from 10 celestial elemental qualities and the first earthly branch gotten from 12 terrestrial animal personalities. And in many ways, this is very much similar to Kabbalah and to Christian and Jewish Kabbalah, because you're taking like an attribute. Even tarot talks about that. You take an attribute like the fire signs in Western astrology, and then you have fire of fire and air of fire and water of fire, and that's reflected in the tarot cards in Western astrology. So you see these again, these celestial stems and branches are very similar. It's very, very similar. So it's also important to note that the 10 heavenly or celestial stems are derived from the 5 elements in Chinese astrology, which are fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. The 10 qualities are comprised of characteristics of yin and yang divisions within the assigned elemental attribute, with this current year of the metal rat being a yang metal rat year. Yang metal rat. Therefore, there are 10 aspects gotten from yin and yang characteristics of the 5 Chinese elements. Now, the primary guardian angels, we're going to go into a little bit here, some guardian angels you can use during this year if you're familiar with some of the more familiar guardian angels. We'd like to give you some which will be helpful during year of the yang metal rat, and because of the associations that we're going to show you how, if we're utilizing Sagittarius and yang and also metal, how this will kind of give you the right guardian angels to utilize to make this a very auspicious and prosperous and lucky year for you. Now, primary guardian angels, again, for year of the yang metal rat. Okay. Elemental archangel of metal is a bit tricky, since Western elements do not include the elements of metal and wood. Okay, so Western does not have wood and metal. Okay, so also Chinese elements themselves do not include the element of air. So you have 5 in Chinese and 4 in the Western system. Therefore, we shall divulge the closest approximations available using the element of yang and the Western zodiac sign of Sagittarius to help us find the best representations of these guardian archangels for you. Now, yang corresponds with fire, and does as does the sign of Sagittarius the archer. So yang and Sagittarius both correspond with fire. And again, Sagittarius corresponds to the rat, okay, in Chinese astrology. Therefore, archangel of the element of fire, being the elemental archangel Michael or Michael. Okay, most of us anyway are familiar with the archangel Michael or Michael. Michael will represent and present as guardian angel during this astrological transit. Now again, year of the rat in Chinese astrology corresponds with zodiac sign of Sagittarius in Western astrology, and consequently associates with elemental archangel fire signs referred to in various Christian and ancient Christian and also Hebrew traditions, as well as in scriptures, as being again Michael or Michael, astrology angel of this seasonal aspect of Creator's great clock. I'm talking about the Sagittarius, that association. Now, we are taught through oral tradition and Kabbalistic writings that astrology archangel or zodiac angel Adnachiel is our association, Adnachiel, for this portion of Creator's cosmological progression expressed in extra-biblical Christian Jewish writings. Zohar is what we recommend as a primary source of written Kabbalistic knowledge. These angels and archangels present in their masculine forms due to yang elemental association of yang in metal rat year. Yang metal rat, yang is masculine, yin is feminine, so since it's yang metal rat year, it is going to be a more masculine presentation of these archangels. Now the secondary guardian angels for Yang metal rat year, planetary archangels which associate with Sagittarius, being Western astrology correspondence for year of the rat, again Sagittarius, year of the rat, okay, is the angelic ruler of Jupiter, being Sachiel. Awareness of both Western or Eastern astrology associations is very helpful in this matter. Now, Earth and celestial angelic coordinates for Yang metal rat year. Okay, we're going to go over the Earth, the grounded Earth angelic coordinates, and the celestial, heavenly, celestial, angelic coordinates. Because even though we're using Michael for fire and all of that, and Raphael, and Uriel, okay, and Gabriel, we're using these traditional guardian angels, these 4 guardian archangels of the Watchtower. We are utilizing them, but keep in mind that their positions, where they're placed, is different on the Earth coordinates than in the celestial coordinates. Okay, it's a different because we're going with elements of the Earth, and then where the constellations are, so they have different positions where they are located. And we're going to go over that for you to make it easy, but we'll make it easy for you. Okay, so again, these are going to be both Earth and celestial angelic coordinates. Now, for Earth coordinates, Earth first, of elemental guardian, elemental archangel of Earth is the Archangel Uriel. The Archangel Uriel. Now, in the East, the elemental archangel of air is Raphael. Raphael, again, these are for the Earth coordinates, but this is in the East, elemental archangel of air, Raphael. In Earth coordinates, in the South, we're going to have in the South, for the Earth coordinates, in the South, elemental archangel of fire, Michael or Michael. Okay. Now, in the West, we're going to have elemental archangel of water, Gabriel, for the Earth coordinates. The Earth coordinates in the West, elemental archangel of water, Gabriel. Gabriel. Now we're going to look at the celestial coordinates of elemental guardian angels. All right, these guardian angels, these elemental angels, archangels of the watchtowers. Now, the celestial coordinates are as follows. In the north, when you're talking about the celestial, in the north, okay, the north elemental archangel of water is Gabriel. Gabriel in the north, elemental archangel of water in the celestial coordinates. Now, the east elemental archangel is Michael of fire. So in the celestial coordinates, the east is elemental archangel of fire, Michael or Michael. Okay? Okay. Now, the celestial coordinates for the south, celestial coordinates, elemental archangel of earth, Uriel is in the south. In the south, in the celestial coordinates, all right? And in the west, finally, for the celestial coordinates, the elemental archangel of air in the west, in the celestial coordinates, the archangel of air, Raphael. Raphael. All right, so these again are the angels that many people in many cultures are very much familiar with. They're very familiar guardian archangels and elemental archangels of the watchtowers in both the earth and the heavens. Now, fortunate compass directions in year of the Yang metal rat finds good fortune, new opportunity, and prosperity in the northeast, the southeast, and west directions. Now we're going to go over Yang. Yang is masculine. Yang is day. Yang is hot. It's fire. It is dry. It is summer. It is the outer portion. It is energetic. It is expanding. It is hard, like the metal, Yang metal rat, and it is dorsal, the back part. It is dorsal, and it is outer, exterior. Okay? Now, for the metal attributions, we have ambition, self-reliant, willful, strong, and very self-assured. But also with metal, you're going to have the element is going to also have dry and grief, and pungent and be associated with the nose, with willpower and resolve strong as metal. General rat associations, yang. This is for the general rat association, for the animal of rat in the Chinese zodiac. General rat associations, again, rat is considered also to be yang. Rat is winter though. Winter. Also rat is also water. Sagittarius again, and lily of the valley is the flower that's associated, and it's the 11th month on the Chinese lunar calendar. Okay, there are five elements in Chinese astrology, being fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. That's fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. Fire controls metal. Metal controls wood. Wood controls earth. Earth controls water. Water controls fire. So this is a circle. And this is how nature keeps things in balance. And this is how Chinese medicine works, of keeping everything in balance, where you're not necessarily, in ancient Chinese medicine, which I studied in nursing school when I was studying to be an RN. I had a wonderful teacher from China who taught us some of that, and she had mentioned that they don't, in the ancient system, they didn't give you a diagnosis that was, this is what you have and this is what's going to happen to you, where the observer is saying what's going to happen to you and changing it with their consciousness. No, they give you, this is what's going on, and this is a little bit out of balance, and this is a little bit out of balance, and a little bit too much dry, a little bit not enough moist, a little bit too much yin, not enough yang, or whatever, these kinds of things, and then treat those individual things, and then you will begin to get better if you adhere to doing these types of things. And they got their they weren't paid the way the medical profession is paid today. They were paid with, if the people could work and build houses and tend to their animals and grow their food, then everybody was healthy, and then the doctor of the village could be fed if they were all healthy. So what did the doctor do? The doctor kept them healthy, right? So in a system where the more sick you are, the more money they make, not so good. But in a system where the more healthy you are, the more productive the doctor's life is, because he's cared for, because he cares for them, they care for him or her. It's probably, as far as I can tell, probably a better system. And I have been treated by Chinese medicine and had wonderful results with acupuncture and that kind of thing. But I digress. Just as a patient, that was my experience to help, some muscle aches, really was helpful for me. Now, so this is a circle of life. As we come full circle, we attempt to balance these 5 elements. Now, for fire, we have the attributes of joy, heat, bitter, and it's the tongue. For earth, we have worry, and it's damp, sweet, and mouth. For metal, we have grief, dry, pungent, and nose. For water, we have fear, cold, salty, the ears. For wood, we have anger, wind, sour, and the eyes. Now, to calculate the Chinese New Year, simply count the second new moon that comes after the winter solstice. Now, disclaimers in order here. High magic should be used with all mindfulness, since powerful forces of manifestation are unleashed. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Information found in this document is based on the oral tradition known as Kabbalah, taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I have committed to memory. Thank you for joining us, and join us again.